Hi, today we're going to be talking to Aaron Boateng, who is the CEO and founder of AB Westlink Aluminium Group, who is a very great entrepreneur. And I want him to share a piece about what he knows about entrepreneurship and how you can actually become an entrepreneur in the field that he is already in. So Aaron Boateng, pleased to have you here. How are you?
Pleased to be here also. Thank you very much also for the platform, Mr. Tebogo. Thank you very much. Always when we meet, like we do talk about how we the youths are going to change the mindset of the way we think about things and the way we Africans has, been programmed within our mind and how we grown up and the environment that we grown up in. So yeah, I'm very happy and privileged always to share the little ideas and the few things
You
that
are
I
very
know,
humble. You are a very,
about
very humble
this.
person.
Yeah, definitely because I think there is honor in nobility. And I have experienced that, and I have seen some few people that I choose as my role models. So being humble yourself and pray to God and make sure that your things goes right way is the way.
Totally,
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
agree.
it's the
But we're
way.
getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here.
Okay.
I would love for you to actually introduce yourself and tell us who you are, because I think your story is very
Yeah.
amazing and inspiring. So, who are you? What do you do now?
Yeah, my name is Aaron Ajay Boateng from a village called Duayankwanta in Ghana. I went to school and finished my school, my matric in Duayankwanta, and moved into the city, which is the city of Accra. I was lucky enough, like my uncle, the company that I'm running now, it was like the way, that's why we saying the Jewish always go ahead with their businesses and stuff, because if a Jewish kid, if you vacate and you come from school, you go to either your uncle's company to go see what is going on or what is happening there. Each and every Jewish kid, before you graduate from school, there is something that he has tested, either industrialization, technical skills. We don't really, take technical skills like the way and the kind of respect that we give it to technical skills. But with me, I was lucky that my uncle owns the same company. So when I came to the city, it was like always when I close from school, I just come and check few things and see. I grown love with it. And I grown love with technical skills and knowing that, no, it is possible to do this and do it right and become the richest person that you wanted to become.
Yeah,
But
I totally agree.
yeah, within us, one thing that I see that is really killing our economy and is killing us is we always having the belief of the government is going to create jobs for us, the government is going to do it for us. So we don't really take the technical skills serious. Like that is what I have seen. That the respect we give it to technical skill is not, we don't recognize it that much. But we see a lot of people, I have promised myself, and I'm saying that I will not mind. Let the graduates, let them go graduate, do everything. But I know with the grace of God, we will hire couple of graduates also.
I mean, you
We
already
will buy
hired
some
like
few time from them, as you were saying in your other interview the other day.
I mean, I love what you're doing. I love the job. I mean, you are doing aluminium, right?
Yeah.
So your company is in aluminium.
It's in aluminium
and
and steel.
and
Yeah.
aluminium and steel.
And steel.
But now you started with your uncle in Ghana.
In Ghana, wait.
So from Ghana, working in Ghana, with your uncle, still as a student, to now having your own company in aluminium in South Africa. How the hell did that happen? I mean,
Yo.
that's like, a lot of people will say that's like he was an overnight success.
Yeah. It's so unfortunate. And, like things happen. And I think, you know, within us and the way we think and the way we arrange our life also is very important. Because I quite remember when I got to South Africa here, I wasn't having a lot of money that much in my pocket.
10,000,
Yeah, less than at least about 10,000. I remember buying my first cutting machine because of not, you know, I didn't know a lot of people like even you know, so lack of trust and everything. I have to go myself, buy the machine, carry it with my head, walk all the way to a taxi rank to go and get a taxi and buy a whole seat and put it in, you know. With all that drive, some tension and, you know, that belief of how bad do you want it? How do you want it? Because most of us, don't forget, we are Africans. That's why I'm African, I'm a black kid, and I'm a very proud one. That's why I always use myself. But you know, where we grown up and where we come from, the places that we were born, the way we were programmed, like you check for instance, you know, there is likely that a child who was born around abusive father and abusive mother can grow up to become an abusive person. The way they program, the program is like things that have been stored in our subconscious is what we always utilize and is what we always use. It's very difficult to find people thinking with their consciousness. And that is where, you know, I think that is where as a black kid and as a young entrepreneur, you really need to also target that aspect of life. That is the root cause of some certain things that we don't really take and pay attention. There is a lot of motivational speakers. There is a lot of things that we listen. But when we're talking about between the consciousness and the subconscious, you know, we don't really dig deep into it because the environment that we were born in, the environment and the things around us make us to believe and limit ourselves. We do really limit, like it is very difficult to even find a young man, you telling a young man that invest 5,000 or 7,000 into your own self, into your own life.
They don't want to do it. Yeah, it's difficult.
But look at me now.
You started with 10,000 or less, but now I have employed 13 people permanently that are working each and every single day. And you want to go even further. But now I want to ask you this. When you started, was it like when you started your own company, were you trying to leave the company, or were you trying to leave Ghana? What was the motivation? What were you motivated by?
Okay, what motivates me to be here? What happened was I used to like traveling, and because I think I was working for my uncle in my uncle's company, there was a little bit of family politics. And me being in Ghana also, I was too comfortable at that age with my age, and I was so comfortable. Some certain things, when I started traveling, some certain things were cut from my life. I was able to, because of the traveling and everything, I was able to drop some of the friends that were not, you know, drop them easy without hard feelings, without anything. So there was a time I was trying to get into Japan. I passed through Hong Kong. Things didn't work that way, the way I planned it. And the airline I was using was SA Airline. So we passed here. And with the airport, the treatments and things that I got there, I was so happy. So when I went back to Ghana, I went to my uncle's company again. We work. Then I applied for another company, Arabian Aluminium Company in Dubai. So I went to Dubai to go and work in Dubai. I worked with them about 3 to 4 years. Then I take my vacation. So when I went home, coming back to go to Dubai again, I said, no, let me pass the beautiful country that when I was at the airport, when the time that I spent here, the love that I got. So I contacted some few friends of mine in Takani. So I came to come spend 2 weeks in South Africa. And then from here, I continued to Dubai to go and work for Arabian Aluminium Company. The very same day I arrived here, that same day, somebody called me and and wanted my service so bad that he has just heard about me. So I mustn't even be in Pretoria. I must come straight to Takani. That is how the whole thing started. And when I came, I was working with him nicely and everything, but we were not sharing the same vision. I still call him a brother. He proposed a business partnership with me. We started, but the idea, the mindset.
You're not sharing the same vision.
We were not sharing the same vision. So I decided to talk to him and then get somebody and get some garage and maybe start something, because I saw a huge potential and I saw opportunity in South Africa.
Wow. So from there onwards, you never went back to Dubai. You just decided to stay here in South Africa.
I never went back to Dubai. I only went on visit Ghana and came back. I have had my beautiful family here that I'm so happy. I've had a life that,
How long have you been here?
It's on. I've been here about 7 years to 8 years now. Yeah, I'm going 7 to 8 years. And the grace has been, and hard work. Yeah.
So someone comes to South Africa with just 10,000 rand and employs 13 people in just 7 years.
Yeah.
Someone that's listening now, if that doesn't motivate you to start, I don't know what's going to motivate you to start.
Yeah.
But any last words for someone that's listening that wants to become an entrepreneur and that feels in that gut feeling that, you know what, this is definitely for me, but they don't know where to start. What do you say to them?
Yeah, if you want to, as a young person, if you want to start as an entrepreneur and start like the way I start, with my experience, what I would say is be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to yourself. Respect the relationship you have with people along the way, the people that you meet. It's highly possible that those people that you're meeting now are the same people that you meet them along the way. And there is a proverb in Africa that we normally grown up with. There is a say that where someone will, like in terms of where somebody, if somebody gossip or say bad things about you, it goes far. But the good deed, it's a normal thing, man. If you done anything good, it's just, we take it as a normal thing. It's a normal to be good. So you doing good, you get no problem, but it pays off at long run. That's what I was saying. There is honor in nobility. Be truthful to yourself. Stay focused. Don't go out of track. There's a lot. It's better to secure yourself, sacrifice some few years, 10, 5 years, close down some certain things that you love. Without sacrifice, there is no victory. We need to sacrifice some certain things to gain some certain things that we are looking for. But that's one thing that I have seen some of my brothers lack. With the time, like waiting not to go to Durban July this year and postpone it to the next 2, 3, 4 years. Use the money to do something that becomes difficult for a lot of people and a lot of young entrepreneurs that I see. And
so think long term, focus on a big vision, and not just think about the things that you want to accomplish now. That like instant gratification. But think long term.
Think long term. Think long term. Invest in yourself. Invest in the business. Invest in yourself. Invest in the business that you want it to be. Call you an entrepreneur, and you will never regret.
That was Aaron Boateng. I hope you loved that interview. If you loved it and if you want him to come back again, comment below and tell us why you want him to come back, because he's such an amazing human being. We'll see you on the next videos. Cheers.
Cheers.